Hello everyone, welcome to Competitive Academia. This is our third video in the series of MCQs from Environment and Ecology from Shankar IAS. We have also included some questions and certain points which were not covered by Shankar IAS and included in this video. You can also get this video in Hindi medium. It is available in our Competitive Academia channel. So let's get started with the first question. The first question is pygmy hog. It is found in which of the following? Pygmy hog is a wild pig which construct a nest throughout the year. So it is found in Manas National Park. Manas Wildlife Sanctuary also have a Manas National Park. So if in the option, you have to choose accordingly. This pygmy hog is an indicator of the management status of grassland habitat. In the last video, we have discussed about indicator species, umbrella species. So this is a sort of indicator species. Talking about Campbell Bay National Park, this Campbell Bay National Park is located in Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and Galathea River flows through this national park. Namdapha Tiger Reserve is in Arunachal Pradesh. So we'll have question from Namdapha also. The next question is, we have to match the following. Here B is the correct answer. Alvira rat is found in the Eastern Ghats, Malabar civet is found in Western Ghats, and flying squirrel is found in Arunachal Pradesh. I was talking about Namdapha National Park. This Namdapha National Park is known for its flying squirrel. Malabar civet is a critically endangered animal and it is world's rarest mammal. It's very important to remember. This Malabar civet is nocturnal and it is endemic to India. Alvira rat is a large rock rat. It is a medium-sized nocturnal and burrowing rodent. This is also endemic to India. And this flying squirrel is found only in Namdapha National Park. Moving on to the next question. Which of the following are egg-laying mammals? So mammals, basically they give birth to the young ones, but there are certain mammals which lay eggs. They are known as monotremes. Here, option B will be the correct answer. 2 and 3, echidnas and platypus are egg-laying mammals. They are monotremes. They are not found in India. They are endemic to Guinea and Australia. Kashmiri stag. This is found in Dachigam National Park and this is a subspecies of red deer and it is also the state animal of Jammu and Kashmir. This Kashmiri stag is native to India. Gangetic river dolphin, I have mentioned in the last video, it is the national aquatic animal of India and this is categorized as endangered in the IUCN list. Echidnas are spiny ant eaters, alright, they are spiny ant eaters and platypus is a small aquatic mammal. Alright. The next question is, which of the following is known for its mating dance? Here, Bengal florican is the correct answer. Bengal florican is a rare bustard species. This is found in Cambodia, India, Nepal, and within India, we found it in UP, Assam, Arunachal Pradesh. So the question can come as Bengal florican, whether it is only found in India. So it will be wrong. It is found also in Cambodia, India, Nepal. In UPSC, questions are framed in whether it is only found in India or where it is found basically. And this bird is important because this is critically endangered. Jordan's courser is found in Andhra Pradesh. It is endemic to Andhra Pradesh. All these four birds, that is Jordan's courser found in Andhra Pradesh, white-bellied heron, Bengal florican and Himalayan quail. All these are critically endangered birds. This white-bellied heron is also found in Assam, Arunachal Pradesh and also Bhutan and Myanmar. Moving on to the next question. You have to match the following. Here A is the correct answer. Tuberculosis is caused due to bacteria named as Mycobacterium, rinderpest, microbillivirus, FMD virus, and anthrax, Bacillus anthracis. This is a purely question from state PCS. They ask based on the disease and the virus. They basically ask this type of question from environment and also from science. The next question is, consider the following statement and choose the correct option. Here both the statements are true. Deterministic processes are those where extinction is due to a cause and effect. See, extinction can be due to various causes. They can be human causes and they can be man-made causes. In the first statement, deterministic processes, the cause and effect takes place, and basically this is due to human interference like deforestation. In the second point, stochastic processes, unexpected change of weather take place. These are some of the examples which I am talking about, like unexpected change of weather, decreased food supply, which will eventually lead to extinction of species. The next question is, you have to consider the following statements. Here none of the statements are true. Xylem transport water and nutrients. The options have been interchanged. Water and nutrients. And phloem transports food from the roots to the branches and leaves. The next question is, which of the following are factors which affect phytoplanktons? Here, all the three will be the correct answer. I'm really sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Phytoplanktons are limited to the uppermost layers of the ocean where light intensity is sufficient for photosynthesis. They require nitrogen and phosphorus for growth and for reproduction. The next question is, protected areas, wildlife sanctuaries, national parks are covered under. These are covered under the Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. The next question is, which of the following statements about conservation reserve are true? Here both the statements are true. It is managed by the Conservation Reserve Management Committee, and Tirupadai Marathur Conservation Reserve is the first conservation reserve. This is in Tamil Nadu. It is an area owned by the central government. I'm talking about conservation reserve. These areas are often adjacent to national parks, sanctuaries, and they are for protecting the landscape habitat of flora and fauna. We also have another concept which is known as community land, where the private land or the community, they donate the land for preserving certain fauna and flora. The next question is, Man and Biosphere Program Reserve Network and Biosphere Reserve Network has been established by. Man and Biosphere Program and Biosphere Reserve Network has been established by UNESCO. In India, we have 18 Biosphere Reserve, out of which 11 are under Man and Biosphere. Very important to remember. Let's see about the option. Worldwide Fund for Nature. This is an NGO which was established in 1961, and this is world's largest conservation reserve. It releases the Living Planet report, and also it has a campaign which is very famous, which is known as Earth Hour. IUCN has been discussed in the previous video. The next question is, which of the following sections of Biosphere Reserve is given the highest protection? Highest protection is given to the core zone. We have a core zone, then we have a buffer zone, and then we have a transition zone. This is core, this is buffer, and this is transition zone. The core should be kept absolutely undisturbed. The buffer, certain activities like tourism, recreation, fishing, grazing, etc. can be taken place. The next question is, which of the following forms part of the hottest hotspot? Here the correct answer is option B. Indian desert do not form part of the hottest hotspots. We have 8 hottest hotspots. They are Madagascar, Philippines, Indo-Burma, Sundaland, Brazil, Atlantic forest, Caribbean, Eastern Arc, and coastal forest of Tanzania. The next question is, Project Tiger came into existence in the year, it came in the year 1973. In 1992, we have Project Elephant. In 1999, we have Project Sea Turtle, which covers also olive ridley turtles. We have discussed about its Aribada. In 2009, we had Snow Leopard Project. The next question is, which of the following statements are true about National Tiger Conservation Authority? Both the statements are true. It is the highest and the apex body for taking decisions about the conservation of forest and flora and fauna. It is chaired by the Prime Minister, and it is the authority to approve the conservation plan prepared by the state government. It works to improve conservation and welfare prospects of the forest. Hathi Mere Sathi is a campaign launched by here 1 is the correct answer, 1 and 2, Ministry of Environment and Forest in collaboration with Wildlife Trust of India. Wildlife Trust of India is located in Dehradun. Now this is a flagship program which is to protect, and it works for the welfare of the elephants, which is India's national heritage animal. The next question is, MIKE program is associated with which of the following? MIKE is associated with elephants. MIKE is an acronym for Monitoring of Illegal Killing of Elephants, which is mandated by COP resolution, that is Conference of Parties Resolution of CITES in 2003. It started from South Asia. The next question is, Project Hangul is associated with which of the following? Kashmiri Stag. Kashmiri Stag is also known as Hangul. It is found in Dachigam National Park, situated in Jammu and Kashmir. We also have another project which is known as Project Oliva, that is related to protection of olive ridley turtles. This Oliva project is carried out by Indian Coast Guards. The next question is, Sea Turtle Project for the conservation of sea turtle is an initiative of? Here the correct answer is B. Wildlife Trust of India, which is the implementing agency in this case. Implementing agency. This can also come as which of the following is implementing agency for the conservation of sea turtle in India. So Wildlife Trust of India would be the correct answer. This is the implementing agency along with United Nations Development Program and Ministry of Environment and Forest, which is the nodal agency. As I told you earlier, Wildlife Trust of India is situated in Dehradun. The next question is, SAVAN is a regional network to control transboundary wildlife crime. It consists of 8 countries. They are Bhutan, Bangladesh, India, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, Afghanistan. It stands for Statute of Wildlife Enforcement Network. It is an intergovernmental body against wildlife trafficking. Countries associated are Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Pakistan and Afghanistan. The next question is, Vulture Breeding and Conservation Center has been established in Haryana in Pinjore. Apart from this, we also have in Rani in Guwahati. Guwahati is a city in Assam. And also we have in Buxa. Buxa is in West Bengal. All right. The next question is, use of Diclofenac led to drastic reduction of which animal's population? A very common question. You have to have an idea of this. It is vulture. See, vultures are those animals which feed on the carcasses of animals. So indirectly it started harming their population. They caused a disease which is very famously called as neck drooping. And this was due to Diclofenac. After what happened, after the awareness is raised, then all the authorities and countries, they came up with a safe alternative which is known as meloxicam. Its status of protection was also enhanced. It was upgraded. Previously it was under Schedule 4. Then it came to be brought under Schedule 1st of Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. And along with this, India and Nepal are the 2 countries which have banned Diclofenac. The next question is, what is stifling gas? Stifling is something which causes suffocation. Is carbon monoxide. The next question is, statement and reason. The duration of overshoot day is getting reduced every year. The exploitation of natural resource is increasing. Here both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. The next question is, consider the following statements. Human-centered approach gives equal importance to all organisms along with human beings. The organisms-centered approach considers natures to be means and human interest practicable. If you read the statement very carefully, you will find that the statement has been interchanged. Human-centered approach, it gives importance to the means and human interest, it makes it practicable. On the other hand, the organism-centered approach, it gives equal importance to organism along with human beings. Here the statements have been interchanged. The next question is, here again we have a statement and reason. This type of question we got a large number, we got number of questions which were statement and reason in 2019 UPPSC. So we need to practice them along with other types of question also. Here, if we read the statement, there is a need to sensitize people towards environmental protection, and the reason is environmental education and environmental sensitivity are helpful in environmental protection. There is no problem in the statements, and both the statements are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. All right, we shall move to the next question. You have to consider the following statements. Alien species enter an ecosystem and affect the native species there. This species accumulates its authority in the ecosystem due to its influence and excessive fertility. Parthenium or American wheat is an exotic species that came into India with imported wheat. Here the trick is that you have to see the answer very carefully. Here we have asked about the incorrect statement if you read this sentence very carefully. All the three sentences are correct. So option D will be the right answer, none of the above. All right. The next question is you have to consider the following statements. Increasing the number of species make the food chain more elaborate and complex. Complex and wide food chain is harmful for biodiversity. The first statement is correct. Food web is preferred over food chain because of its complexity, and there are more options available to the species to derive their nutrition. So the first statement is correct. In the second statement, if we see complex and wide food chain is harmful, it is not harmful, it is beneficial to the biodiversity. The next question is, India is among the top 10 countries in the world in terms of biodiversity. The reason is India is among the top 10 countries in the world in terms of area. If we read the sentences carefully, we find both the options are correct. But R is not the correct explanation. So option B will be the correct answer. Both A and R are correct, but R is not the correct explanation of A. The next question is, you have to match the following. Marsupials, they have a pouch to keep the underdeveloped babies. Ovoviviparous are mammals that lay eggs. Mollusk, rigid outer cover, and reptiles, presence of scales in the body. Reptiles like snake, then marsupials like kangaroo, ovoviviparous like platypus, we have discussed in one of the questions in this video itself. Mollusk like snails. So here 1C, we have two options, 1C, this one and this one. If you match two, then sometimes it's become easy to match other also if you know only two of this. Ovoviviparous, 2A, 3D and 4B. Here C will be the correct answer. All right, let's move to the next question. Choose the true statement from the following statements. You have to choose the true one. Great Indian bustard is one of the heaviest flying birds. Sumatran rhino is the largest of the 5 species of rhinoceros. In India, crocodiles are found only in the Chambal River. Olive ridley turtle is found only in the Indian Ocean. Let's see. Sumatran rhino is not the largest of the 5 species. Rather, it is the smallest of the 5 species. Sumatran rhinoceros is extinct in India, and Javan rhinoceros is also extinct. It was previously found in India also. Crocodiles are found not only in Chambal River, but they are also found in Ghagra and number of rivers. Olive ridley turtle is found in warm waters of Indian Ocean, Pacific and also Atlantic. So we have one statement which is correct. Great Indian bustard is one of the heaviest flying birds. The next question is which of the following is correctly matched? Here, wild ass is found in Run region of Kutch. This is true. Sangai deer, Kebu Lamjau National Park, and red panda, Western Ghats. This is wrong. Red panda is found in northeastern region of India and parts of adjacent Bhutan and Nepal, and they feed on bamboos. They are found in Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh, very cold places, and in those regions where there is temperate type of climate. So 1 and 2 will be the correct answer. Sangai deer is also known as dancing deer, and this Kebu Lamjau Park is the only national park of the world which is a floating national park. Only park which is floating, only floating park of the world. Mind you, of the world I am telling about, not in India only. The next question is, you have to choose the following false statement. Lichens shows the symbiotic relationship between fungi and algae. Chlorophyll is absent in fungi. Gymnosperms are naked seed plants. Insectivorous plants kill the insect to get their food. Here D is false. All the three statements are correct, A, B and C. Insectivorous plants, they kill the insect. This is true, but not to get food. They can make their food, but to derive nitrogen, they also need nitrogen for their growth. I have already discussed nitrogen, and they get this nitrogen by trapping the insects. We have Khasiana nepthanes, which is an example of insectivorous plant. Then we have sundew. All right. The next question is, consider the following statements related to IUCN. Extinct species are those species which have not been seen in a time period. Correct. If the population of a species declines by more than 90% in 10 years, it is classified as critically endangered. This is absolutely correct. The third statement is, if the population of a species is less than 250 and there is a decrease of 25% in 3 years, then it is classified as endangered. Now, here this word makes the sentence incorrect. It will be classified as critically endangered. So 1 and 2 will be the correct answer. The next question is, which of the following is not correctly matched? Camouflage, physiological inactivity in extreme hot environment. Estivation, the ability of creatures to mingle in the surrounding. Hibernation, physical inactivity to avoid extreme cold. And homeostasis, keeping body temperature constant. After reading the statements, let's see the question again. Which among the following is not correctly matched? So here, hibernation, this is correctly matched, and homeostasis. So this cannot be the answer. Camouflage is the ability of creatures to mingle in the surrounding by changing their color. And estivation is physiological inactivity in extremely hot environments. So 1 and 2 will be the correct answer here. The next question is, consider the following statements. Water vapor is the biggest overall contributor to greenhouse effect. The next statement is, human beings are not responsible directly emitting it. Here both the statements are true. Water vapor is indeed the biggest overall contributor to the greenhouse effect. But indirectly it contributes. Through how it contributes, let's see. Because indirectly we contribute it by releasing more and more carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases, which increases the amount of water vapor in the air by boosting the rate of evaporation. All right. The next question is, which of the following is the main source of carbon dioxide? Here, option A is the correct answer. Let's see statement number 2. Cudding of ruminants. This releases methane. Wetlands, agriculture plots, all these releases methane. Industrial processes such as aluminium and semiconductor manufacture, this releases chlorofluorocarbon. Hydrofluorocarbon, chlorofluorocarbon, perfluorocarbon, sulfur hexafluoride, all these fluorinated gas are released in the aluminium and semiconductor manufacturing processes. The next question is, which of the following are important greenhouse gas? Option D is the correct answer. All these four are greenhouse gases: chlorofluorocarbon, methane, nitrous oxide, black carbon, along with carbon dioxide, water vapor, brown carbon. See, greenhouse effect can be man-made and natural also. Natural one is very much needed to maintain a very steady and stable temperature on Earth. These gases, what they do, they absorb and they re-emit the infrared radiation, leading to increased temperature. So let's see next question. Which of the following gas serve as the base for global warming potential? Here A is the correct answer. Carbon dioxide serve as a base. It is taken as 1, and the global warming potential of methane is 21, which means it is 21 times hotter than carbon dioxide. Nitrous oxide is 310 times hotter, and it remains in the air for about 120 years. Methane remains in the atmosphere for around 12 years, and carbon dioxide remains for around 100 years. There is also one thing, that the larger the global warming potential, the more warming it causes. The next question is, consider the following statements and tick the correct option. Nacreous clouds are also known as mother of pearl due to their glow. All types of polar stratospheric clouds contain nitric acid. Here option 1 is the correct answer, because only the second type of polar stratospheric clouds, it consists of nitric acid instead of pure water. There are 3 types of polar stratospheric cloud. The third type has the same chemical composition as the nacreous cloud, but that forms at a very slow rate. The next question is, consider the following statement and tick the incorrect option. Carbon sequestration describes the technology to capture carbon dioxide. True. Carbon sequestration can be done only in natural sinks. This is incorrect. Extreme statements have a tendency to be wrong statements, so please be very careful with extreme statements. Carbon sequestration can be done in natural as well as artificial sinks. In natural sinks, we have forest, ocean. In artificial, we have the depleted oil reserve, we have unminable mines, etc. The next question is, green carbon refers to the carbon which is removed by photosynthesis, and the plants store it in themselves and also in the soil. It is a vital part of the global carbon cycle which maintains a stable flow of carbon. The next point is carbon stored in coastal, aquatic and marine carbon. This cannot be, because this is blue carbon. So question can also come for blue carbon. What is blue carbon? Carbon dioxide which is stored in the coastal, aquatic and marine carbon sinks. The C number statement, if we see, potential alternative to the cap and trade method, this is carbon tax. Carbon tax. This tax is based on the amount of carbon contained in a fuel such as coal. The next question is, which of the following geoengineering methods can be used to cool the Earth's environment? Here all the options are correct. Copying a volcano, shoot mirrors into space, seed the sea with iron, which will help in the growth of phytoplanktons, and they can act as a sink to store the carbon dioxide because they need carbon dioxide for their growth, and build fake trees that can work in similar fashion as a natural tree. The next question is, consider the following statement and tick the correct option. Adaptation is a measure to minimize the adverse impact of climate change. Mitigation comprises measures to reduce the emission of greenhouse. Mitigation is related to reduction. You have to remember the keywords. Mitigation is always related to reducing the emission, and adaptation is to minimize. Both the statements are correct. The next question is which among the mission, this question is wrong. So the question would be, which among the following is not a mission? Not a mission under National Action Plan. It will be National Mission on Sustainable Western Ghats. Other three options are correct. We have National Solar Mission, National Mission for Enhanced Energy Efficiency, National Biomass Mission, we have National Mission for Sustaining the Himalayan Ecosystem, etc. We have 8 missions under National Action Plan. The next question is, National Communication, NATCOM, is being funded by, here the correct answer is Global Environment Facility. NATCOM has been initiated in 2002, which is funded by Global Environment Facility under its Enabling Activities Program through the UNDP, which is situated in New Delhi. The next question is, Green Rating for Integrated Habitat Assessment is conceived by, this is conceived by C, Ministry of New and Renewable Energy and TERI. Now, this Green Rating for Integrated Habitat Assessment is a voluntary scheme which aims to achieve efficient resource utilization, enhanced resource efficiency, and better quality of life. The next question is, National Initiative on Climate Resilient Agriculture. It is an initiative of, this is an initiative of Indian Council for Agriculture Research, which comes under the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. It was initiated in the year 2010-11, which is primarily to enhance the resilience of Indian agriculture, covering crops, livestock, fisheries, etc. The next question is an important question. Central Research Institute for Dryland Agriculture is located in, it is located in Hyderabad. In Delhi, we have the National Bureau of Plant Genetic Resources. In Jodhpur, we have the Central Arid Zone Research Institute. In Jhansi, we have Central Fodder Research Institute. These are some of the prime institute and very much relevant for our exams. The next question is, Joint Implementation, Clean Development Mechanism, Emission Trading are associated with. This sort of questions are also asked in UPSC. We have a question like, amber box, green box, blue box is related to which of the following institute? The answer was WTO. So this type of questions can also be asked. Here the correct answer is Kyoto Protocol. Now Kyoto Protocol, Kyoto is a place in Japan, and this relates to controlling the emission of greenhouse gas. If we see in the option, Nagoya Protocol, it was for maintaining that access on genetic resource and fair and equitable sharing. Nagoya is a place in Japan. Now this is a legally binding protocol which was started in the year 2010. Paris Agreement is a landmark agreement with the United Nations Framework for Convention on Climate Change. It relates with greenhouse gas emission adaptation and mitigation. This was signed in 2016, where 189 parties have been part of it and 195 parties have been signatories. Montreal Protocol, it relates to ozone protection, and it was signed in 16 September 1987. It was agreed into and signed on 1st Jan 1989. It was agreed by the parties on 16 September 1987, which we celebrate as Ozone Day. It is to protect the ozone layer by phasing out the production of numerous substances that are responsible for ozone depletion, and it has been a landmark protocol for the protection of ozone layer. Ozone layer is present in the stratosphere, and there it is very stable. On Earth, it becomes very volatile. So that's all for this video.